Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thanks to you.
Thank you.
Talking to me from Metal Wani, we're based in India, and I just wanted to get that out there. And you're touring now on the We Sold Our Souls for Metal tour with SOULFLY. How's the shows going so far?
It's been great. I mean, we're used to headlining, so it's a bit different. But at the same time, I mean, it has its pros and cons. But yeah, it's been a good tour, and all the shows have been good, and there's been a good turnout, and the crowd seemed to like what we're doing. So
I understand Decapitated had to pull out, so that was unfortunate. Did you get to play many shows with them before they had to?
No, they never came to the US.
Oh, they were never.
They got stuck in Poland with visa issues, unfortunately, because we really look forward to playing with them.
Right.
They're a great band, but yeah, that happens.
Well, you've toured all over the world, and I was just curious, from your perspective, what's the biggest difference between European fans and US fans?
Oh, I wouldn't say there's no difference. I mean, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah. These days it's very much the same. I mean,
I don't see any difference.
When I did my first US tour like 9 years ago, it was the mosh pit culture was bigger over here than in Europe, but now it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I guess so.
They go wild and crazy everywhere.
Okay, so the new album, the Ride Majestic's been out for about 2 months now, and it's your 10th studio album, so you've been pretty busy for the past 15 years.
Yeah.
Has the finished product exceeded your expectations?
Yeah, I mean, we're very proud of it. I mean, so everything is great. The cover, I mean, the music, I think is great. Everybody loves it, so we're pretty happy with it. And,
it pretty much came out the way we wanted it to be, and
Awesome.
we're happy with it, and people seem to like it as well, which is a big bonus.
Awesome. That was my next question. You're getting a good fan response from the new music?
We've gotten great reviews as well, and so
Right, so you've got a brand new bassist touring with you now, and he's only been with you a couple of months. How's that working out?
Perfect. He's a perfect replacement. I mean, and kind of way he looks like kind of way of old bass player. So there's not so much difference for us. I mean,
but he's a
very
great guy.
Good, great guy, and I mean,
he puts on a good show every night, and he's really consistent, and we've known him for many years, so it's like it doesn't feel new at all. It just feels like
normal,
just like a family member.
Right. Well, now that you've got 10 albums worth of material, I hope you went easy on learning the catalog.
Yeah. No, we're taking it step by step. So it's.
Getting back to the new album, the Ride Majestic, it has such a rich sound. More so, I feel, than your previous efforts. Was that something you were reaching for?
Yeah, we when we entered the studio, we really wanted to like capture the natural thing. I mean, we wanted to sound natural, and I mean, metal albums these days tend to be a bit too processed, in my opinion. And this time we wanted the drums to sound like real drums, and the guitars to sound like. We want to sound like humans. And the producer David Castillo, he's a guitarist himself, so we spent a lot of time doing layers of stuff and adding different atmospheric things to the album. So I'm glad you picked up on that, because that's one of our goals as well.
Cool. I love the complexity of the writing, especially on the title track, the Ride Majestic. Did you do a lot of experimentation with this album?
I don't know, not really. I mean, it's not experimentation. It's more like writing songs the way you like it, and it's not. Maybe people think it's about experimentation, about some of the songs, but it's not. It's just
more
writing process.
And we wanted the writing to be a bit more complex for this album. It's something that we.
It shows.
So we wanted to make it complex but still accessible, and have a product that grows on people.
All the songs come together really well. It must have been a lot of fun to record.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like when an album you're listening to it, and then you get back to it, and you discover a lot of new stuff inside it. And this is what I like when I'm listening to music. So I think we try to do the same, pretty much. Like people discover new stuff for each time they're listening to it.
In terms of touring, you're heading to India for the first time for Bangalore Open Air next year. Have you been able to do any research on Indian bands or metal heads?
We know it's a pretty big festival here. We know bands going there, so I guess.
And we've been interviewed by Wani a couple of times in the past as well. So we've heard a few things, but it's still kind of new to us. So it's going to be really exciting to get there finally. It's like one of those.
Yeah, it's cool. It's new, and never been there, so it's going to be interesting.
Do you have a message for your fans there?
Oh yes, absolutely. We're really looking forward to seeing you next summer, and please take care of us. We'll do our best to entertain you.
Awesome, thank you. And in closing, if you would, how would you describe the sound of your new album in one sentence?
Wow. I would say modern and old at the same time. I don't know. It's like kind of, we keep this kind of, I don't know how to explain. It's really hard to explain your own music, you know. It's like, I don't know. Difficult. Say something.
Yeah, middle-aged Europeans trying to evolve.
That sounds good to me. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks
and
to
thanks
you.
again for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Awesome.